Hello everyone, I recently purchased the game Tekken 8, especially since it was on sale. I previously played Tekken 7 by simply mashing buttons, never understanding combos and not having a go-to character. This time I want to try to reach a higher level by learning combos and diligently practicing, although my main goal is still to have fun. I have chosen one character who I think is very OP and has very satisfying skills, especially because his combos are easy to learn and straightforward, with fewer combo variations compared to other characters. Clive Rosfield.
Tekken 8! New challenger!
Can't hit to even the odds. Any objections?
Clive Rosfield!
For Tekken 7 players, the Final Fantasy character Noctis, a DLC character, will be familiar. Since I enjoy his fighting style, I decided to focus my practice on Clive. Day 1, on the first day, I tried to learn the buttons and the terms for gameplay inputs like 1, 2, 3, 4, DF, down forward, counter hit, and more. Crucially, I learned the skills that Clive can perform. Then I slowly started trying out combos from YouTubers and social media. Because I felt that an arcade stick was quite expensive, and I was worried about only playing Tekken 8 in my spare time and not being consistent, I switched controllers to a keyboard. I found out that using a keyboard is very similar to an arcade stick, and with its highly precise buttons I could execute Clive's skills and combos a bit easier. Day 2, after almost 5 hours of learning combos and memorizing Clive's moves, I decided to practice fighting the bot. Gradually, I was able to execute combos, even though I sometimes failed. Fighting online and getting decent with combos. I navigated through the ups and downs while simultaneously trying to understand every enemy and every character they used. Slowly, I started mastering Clive, although my combos often failed and I suffered many defeats. However, those losses motivated me to push myself harder. During my spare time at work, I often watch Tekken 8 matches, both in tournaments and ranked play, learning new skills to pressure the opponent. As time went on, I started to feel a bit confused. Why is Clive so rarely used in ranked or tournaments? I only know one Japanese player who uses Clive in tournaments. I forgot who, until I realized one thing.
Right now is the first match of the top 8, folks. Winner's side, Clive versus Lars action here at the Midnight.
Week 1, I have reached a relatively high rank, and I am starting to find the reason why Clive is rarely used. It's not only because his combos are considered not very varied, making players easily bored or finding him unartistic. It's also because his slow movements are very easy for opponents to counter and predict. Furthermore, when facing opponents who spam grabs, Clive is very weak. This is also the reason why, during the almost insert number hours I have played Tekken, I have never once met another Clive player. Day after day, I continue to play Clive. Even though the combos and skills I execute are becoming more varied, Clive is still very difficult to use to open an attack and is easy to counter, especially when facing opponents who now use rage arts or start grabbing and hugging. What is a combo? What is a counter hit? I have to remember my initial goal and what I've been through. I want to play for fun, and I'm too annoyed meeting opponents who like to hug grab or use their ultimate when they are low on health. My Clive has this, a super punch and a dragon slide kick. The first week passed. I started to get bored playing Clive because my fun-focused playstyle was still easily countered, and the enemy was reading my movements. I decided I wanted to learn other heroes, starting with Azucena, Yoshimitsu, Steve, etc., but for some reason, my head was too overwhelmed thinking about combos, and sometimes my hands were already too comfortable with Clive. After a few hours of learning a few new heroes, I decided to play ranked again using Clive, and as a result, my gameplay got worse. I realized another thing. If we learn another hero and abandon the one we haven't fully mastered, especially when we've only been playing for a short time, our minds will get mixed up, from executing the wrong combo to experiencing losses that make us even more emotional. So, it's better to focus on one goal and set a target before I move on from Clive. After 2 weeks, I started to give up, but I remembered again. Playing is for fun, and a perfect combo is not necessary. I decided to learn to not care about what others think and play purely for fun. Then, I also started changing his costume to something a bit strange, so at least people would know that my annoying playstyle might already be predicted by my equally annoying costume. And I started to feel the joy of playing Clive again, and there is still a glimmer of hope for reaching a higher level. In 25 hours, I managed to reach the rank even though it's considered too slow, because I have just started my adventure in Tekken.